Welcome back to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you took some of your time to spend here with me on this video. As you can see, I'm standing, so trying to do something a little different on the next, few videos. If you have been watching, you'll see that I'm trying to either sit differently or be in a different spot so that I can keep it a little bit interesting. So I'm just not the talking head, right? So anyways, if you have never been on or looked at one of my videos, thank you so much for watching. I certainly appreciate your time. And if you will like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, I would so appreciate that. But getting right into this, I want to talk to you guys about 3 books that stood out to me. That are in my brain a little bit for the past month that I read. So, and I'm going to get right into it. The first one is Pretty Shattered Soul by Miss Robbi Renee. And I apologize, I'm looking down because I wrote some notes. This story is sincere and king love story. So let me tell you, and this is a short book. This is a short read. It's not really long at all. And I'll try my best not to give any spoilers. But this book dealt with trauma and from the very first, chapter. It gives you a story basically about a young lady, the female main character, when she was in college, and an incident that happened to her in college, and it brings you full fast forward to her life now, which is like 10 plus years later. Well, like I said, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I'm going to tell you, she, has dealt with a lot of stress, and just a lot of things have happened because of the trauma that happened to her in college. Okay. And so she is still 10 plus years later dealing with that. So it deals with the mental, it deals with how she has then or now engaging in relationships with men in her life, and how she is able to move forward from that. And it develops this beautiful relationship that she basically is almost scared to be in with the main male character, King. But he is so patient, so loving, so adoring. He just adores this woman. If you want a book that is showing you some really beautiful Black love, and how patient and caring a man can be when he really wants to be with you, this would be the book. And he goes out of his way to just be everything that she needs. And it's really a good read. It wrapped me into it, like I said, from the very first chapter, and it moved quickly, but it was appropriate. It had some spice, but not too much so that it was overly done. It was appropriately placed, but it was just romantic. It just gave a lot of beautiful details. And it also gave details of the relationship that the female main character has with her, almost like a sister, but it's her cousin that she grew up with. Her name is Symphony, and her story comes out in the second book. So of course I'm now reading the second book because it's so good. And it's a 3-book series. So I'm wondering what the third book is going to be about. I don't know, because it was only the 2 cousins that were raised together. So I'm not sure what the third one's going to be detailing, but I'm here for it and can't wait to read it. And I would tell, if you have not read this Pretty Shattered Soul by Miss Robbi Renee, it is a beautiful book, beautiful story. I of course love the ending, always love good endings. And I enjoyed it immensely. So not to carry on too long, but I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit more details about that book because it's stuck in my head, and I just recommend it wholeheartedly. The next one was The Roommate, and this is by Kiersten Modglin. Okay, so this is a suspense thriller book. It It is told basically from the one point of view, okay? So you don't have multiple point of views on this. And I generally don't always like books that do that, but with thrillers, I can kind of deal with it. This one goes from a marriage that has kind of fell apart, and because of things that have happened, and I won't give those details, but things that have happened that have brought on the failure of this marriage. And so the wife basically has asked the husband to leave, and he is upset about it. Of course, he doesn't want to really leave, but he's basically in the beginning staying at a hotel. He runs into a former person that he knew in his past, or they knew when they were younger, a gentleman, and the gentleman kind of befriends him somewhat and ends up offering him a room in his apartment because he has enough space that he can rent out. And he ends up renting out the space from this old school person that he knows. And so anyways, it goes on from there, but I just enjoyed the back and forth of how the story carried itself, detailing all of the information about what happened in the marriage, and then also about what happened between this roommate, hence the name of the book, that he now has, because this person is just odd. He's just weird. He ends up just becoming engrossed in this person, in the husband's life. He just way too, I don't know, just weird, just really weird about it. And so it definitely was a 4-star read for me. I enjoyed how the author carried the story, and I would tell you that if you are looking for a good thriller to get involved in, this was my first read from her. This one would be, it's a good one. It's different. It's not, the same old. It gave me a different type of vibe, and I did not guess the ending. How about that? And the next one was On 3 Baby Read by Katelyn Snyder. Okay, so this was an ARC, an advanced reader copy that was sent to me, and this is actually book 2 in a series. I had not read book 1, but you can read them separately, so you don't have to read them together. But I will tell you, this is the story of Tatum and Darcy, and it deals with fake pregnancy. So if you don't like the pregnancy trope, then you may not want to read this. But I love the way that this author put this book together. She did such a fantastic job of going through all of the stages of pregnancy and their relationship, because the pregnancy is from sort of like a one-night stand, but they have been intertwined in each other's lives because of their best friends. And I love how she allowed their friendship to blossom with the pregnancy, and how he was just there for her. And I mean, he was really, really there for her in every way possible. He stepped in all the right spaces. He was like that unbelievable person that probably never ever exists, because he was just doing everything right. But at the end, you see his flaws, you see what he has to deal with. And I love how her friendship and their friendships that they have with their close friends really it really envelops the relationship that they have with each other. And so I thought the book was, like I said, I would say 4.5. It was a really, really good book. It kept me engaged the whole time, and I love their story. They had a beautiful story. So anyways, just wanted to come on and give you a little bit more details about 3 books that I read this month that I thought were worth a video. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any good comments.